G'day, it's Mick from Deep Creek Farms Day. Busy day ahead of us again today. It's Anzac Day. We had the dawn service this morning, so we're up early. Back now, we're going to do our morning jobs. Going to bring the donkeys up, clean their feed out, tidy up that first paddock where they're in, block it off, knock down some weeds and try and get some grass growing in there. Then we'll get that rotational grazing going again down in the back paddocks with the cows. They've had a couple of weeks off due to weaning, but we'll get that running again today. Goats, they always get fed first. Australian miniatures, they just get a biscuit of hay in the morning and afternoon. Plan for these guys is I'm going to get a couple more and maybe a buck. We'll start a bit of a breeding program, but they're pretty soon are going to be moved out onto the banks, and that where it's hard to mow. We'll get them eating. Just feed them out of this. It's like an IBC tote with the sides cut out of it. Used to hold some liquid. Whoa, he's keen on a feed. Wonder if we can figure that out. Here I'm talking with an armful of hay here. I'll get that in there and then I'll keep talking. It's better. They'll be happy now. Yeah, so Australian miniature goats. At the moment, they're just in this little small paddock here. But the plan is to use temporary electric fencing around the place. So it's netting actually, and we'll get them some places where they can eat a lot of shrubs and brush, weeds and that, in places where I can't mow or it's hard to mow. That's that net I'm talking about. It's can be hooked up to the electric. It's a bit of a pain to pull through the shrub and stuff, but once it's in there, it's good, holds the goats in. And then I can control where they're eating and get them stuck into those hard to reach areas. Chickens are looking good. Water's good. Probably use some feed. Just been keeping it under air in some drums under the coop itself. Just got this old feeder. I'm going to switch it over in the next couple of weeks for something a bit better, permanent. Chooks stay in here till about 10 AM till I lay eggs, and then I'll let them out. If I let them out now, the eggs will end up anywhere. Lucky this morning I can do my visual check from up here near the house. Donkeys looking good, sheep looking good, cattle looking good. Not sure what she's complaining at. She should be happy in there. Come down shortly and we'll bring them back up the house and have a look at their feet. I'll just give them a little bit of hay each. There's no feed left in these paddocks. We'll set up there, down the back there's a heap of feed. We'll set that up today and get them moving, but I've just given the cows and sheep a little bit of feed. Keep them in practice in case I ever want to bribe them into doing something I don't want to do. Rain's starting to come down now, so I'm going to withdraw back to the house and grab my raincoat. One little duckling. Donkeys look keen for a little bit of attention. What we'll do now is we're going to harness them up, take them back up the top, and I'll have a look at their feet. Put their harnesses on first. Put your head up, fella. Put your head up, fella. I don't think that's right. There we go. This is Donnie. Come on. I think they're keen. Usually we have a bit of a fight trying to get them back up the top, but they've probably been starved of their regular attention being down here in the front paddock. We'll take them up for a couple of hours and I'll do their feet. Come on. This Don, we'll do him first. He's a bit easier than Lucy, and for both of them, their front legs are easy as well, so I do them first as well. Gets them a bit used to it, and then also lets me get my eye in. Here's a look, buddy. Here's a look, buddy. Hey. He thinks he's funny. He's putting his whole weight on me. Down. Good boy. Good boy. Righto, Lucy Lou. Your turn. You let me do it? Come around here. Righto, donkey's feet are done. I do it every couple of weeks, just a quick clean out, and I take off anything that's really protruding on that. We get the farrier in probably every 8 weeks, every 2 months or so, and he does a better job than me. Next job is we're going to move the animals. Cows think I'm bringing down Tucker again. See, all you got to do is every now and again bring down a bit of a hoe and That's it, whenever I walk down here, over they come. Sheep are the same. But what we're going to do is where they're at is out of feed. You can have a look across there, not a lot of grass left. So the cows are going to start their rotations back down in the next paddock, and the sheep will be coming back into here where I'm standing along the dam wall here. Yeah, they're keen to get hold of some fresh grass. They may have figured out what I'm up to. So I'm just going to push them straight through into here. You can see here the tape, like the electric tape gates. When we moved in here, these are all set up for horses. So one of my jobs, when I get around to it, is to set up permanent gates and fences in these areas. Into that fourth paddock now. Just check the water. So this is the first strip we use in this fourth paddock. Probably 25 metres long, wide, 150 long. But so all we got to do to get them back into this one is unhook that from there and put it over onto the fence over there, and we're back in business. The other lines in behind it are the follow-on fences. In about a week after we've done this front paddock down, I've got a plan though to use again temporary fencing during the day so they can get out near with the single line, and then of at night I'll lock them back up into here. What I'll do now is just reconfigure this with that, put that fence across there, and then I'll show you. Strip set up now. Doesn't take but a minute. Don't know if you can see it from here too, but in the background got it loosely set up, but the next strip's also ready to go as well, so that will just take a couple of minutes to get that set up in a couple of weeks. So they'll do a week in here, and then I've got a bit of a plan to run the single line stuff outside of the enclosed fencing during the day again. Give them another week of that. Then they'll be back onto the second strip in here in the third week, fourth week, fifth week, etc. down the strips. Then after that, so about 6 weeks time, I'll go down into the next paddock down there. That's just set up on there. Just got to make sure it doesn't earth out on the stake or the actual barbed wire over here. That's pretty solid there, not touching the bottom bit. It's actually connected at the far end to the electric down that way in this case. These guys are all eager to get into this paddock. There you go, fella. Hey. Come on! There you go. Happy cows again. Right, now it's the sheep's turn. I'll set up that that tape fence across here and then get them into that dam paddock right there. But it's blowing a gale, blowing it about, so I'll leave them where they are for tonight, and I'll throw them in here again tomorrow. Just not confident that they ain't going to fall over overnight. plan is eventually is to extend that where that permanent fence is down that way and join onto the alleyway and run down the back paddocks. Then I won't have to worry about this stuff. The setup with the electric, the way I got it now, is just about every paddock's energised, which does put a pretty heavy load on the little energiser that I got. So I'll come down, and because I've been messing with it, I'll give it a little test as well, make sure I put it all back together properly. Just got to, who knows if you can see that or not, chuck him on there, and that goes up to 4,800 volts straight up. So that tells me with the drawer on it there that there's no shorts and everything's in place. Now if I was to disconnect, say, that back paddock down there, that'll jump back up to about 7,000 volts, but 5,000 there is plenty enough to keep them in. Threw a bit of hay over to them again, just because they're in here another night. Weather permitting tomorrow, chuck them in here and I'll leave this down. Donkeys have just been put back in the front paddock. Poured rain all day, so I didn't get the work done I wanted in here, but we'll do that again another day. Goats got their afternoon feed. This is my dog Digger. Hey, sit there, fella. He's 15 years old, deaf as a post. Used to be well disciplined when he could hear. Funny, now everything I say he ignores me. He's a border collie, Australian Shepherd cross. Good dog. Going all right for 15. Thanks again. Another day done. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.